Okay.
And maximize you. Okay, I kind of gave a brief introduction of you, but if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and then just kick right in.
Okay, that sounds good. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time today to come out and listen to this talk. Before I actually introduce myself, I thought it would be really great to start with a small grounding exercise. So take a moment to, if your legs are crossed, uncross your legs and like really root both feet into the ground. You're going to create a lot of body awareness just now. You want to notice how you're holding weight in your body from right to left, from forward to back, and see if you can just elongate your back just a little bit. So maybe the top of the head is reaching towards the ceiling. So you're sitting up nice and tall. And then from here, if you feel comfortable, I encourage you to, close your eyes for just 3 deep rounds of breath. So you can really connect to being centered and grounded. Maybe you can even hear your breath because you're being so conscious about it. Just let them be the deepest breaths of your day. Maybe we'll inhale together. Let go on your exhale. There's no right or wrong in this. Just let it feel really good. And when you are ready, you're going to slowly open your eyes and come back. So the energy in the room has like completely transformed. And I can feel it, even though I'm like, in video 3,000 plus miles away. And, the reason I started off with that is so that the listening, the absorption can be there. You can kind of clear your mind. And now for a brief introduction, my name is Shaffali. I am the founder of Shaffali Skincare, all those products that I'm seeing across from myself over there. And my background basically is that as a teenager, I started making skincare products. I was inspired by my mom, who would make these products at home, which was very normal for her. She grew up in a small town in India, and when we moved to the US and I was young, she still wanted to use those beautiful herbs and spices she was used to for her skin. And as a teenager, I wanted to glow as well, especially because I was having my own fluctuations with skin. But what is interesting is that this weekly ritual that I started as a teenager carried through up until present day. I'm 38 years old now, and that's like many, many years of weekly facial rituals in which not only do I take the time to take care of myself by doing a self facial, I'm also always playing with ingredients. And somewhere in between all of that time, I launched Shaffali Skincare. So that's like the really short version. And then a few other kind of perhaps interesting points are that I started studying science in university and then switched to business because I was so passionate about the spa and skincare industry and knew I wanted to do something in it. Though I hadn't put all the pieces together yet. I didn't connect all the dots. I was just still doing my weekly facial rituals. Any friends that were around, they'd get to enjoy all of that as well. And then from there, basically, after graduating, studying business, I went to beauty school. And after beauty school, I started working in the spa industry and got a lot of exposure to European skincare lines, to California-based skincare lines, and realized that the recipes that I learned from my mom were beautiful and all, but Indian herbs and spices don't always smell so soothing or kind of nice, like floral. So I started combining essential oils with Ayurvedic herbs and spices, and that combination to me was unbelievable. A couple years after becoming a skincare therapist, I became a yoga and meditation teacher, and completely bring that spiritual philosophy into Shaffali Skincare, which is why like we started off the way we did, which is why all the instructions for the products are really special. They're rituals in how to really achieve something deeper, so that you're not only glowing in your skin, but in your spirit, in your soul, like from deep, from within, which is something that can just like, it's the energy people feel from you, you know, when you're really centered and feeling good inside and out, not just on the outside. So yeah, that's the journey of Shaffali. There's a bit more. I became an energy healer as well. So I do pranic healing, which is about like assessing people's chakras or energy centers. And that aspect is kind of prevalent in our aura amplification mist. We'll be going over all the products when we talk about self-care. But yeah, like that's me in a nutshell. um, I would love to know your names and what brings you here today. Like, what are you looking forward to learning before I get into kind of more about Ayurveda and beauty and skincare?
Okay, we'll go around the room, and I'll try to aim you at the attendees when they introduce.
Okay, that sounds great.
Hi, I'm Harvey.
Harvey, you said?
Harvey.
Harvey. Okay. Hi, Harvey.
We'll just get intimate with Harvey.
Yeah. Skincare. I'm just trying to just kind of start a skincare routine.
Okay.
I'm realizing now I'm getting to that age where I actually have to like start taking care of my skin. I should have started a long time ago, but now I'm noticing, okay, we have to have a solid plan. So. Yeah.
Okay. And what kind of differences or what changes are you noticing specifically that make you interested in wanting to start a skincare routine?
So I think now I notice I need a moisturizer before I didn't. I'm noticing my skin is drier. Hyperpigmentation has always been there, but that's
yeah. Okay. Well, you've come to the right place. We'll be addressing all of that, and I think you'll come out of the talk with some good information. So excellent. Welcome. Thanks. Next. Hi.
You? Yes. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Charlene.
What is your name again?
Charlene.
Shalini?
Charlene.
Charlene. Hi, Charlene. Nice to meet you.
I have taken care of my skin for a long time. You know, you can only do so much, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think I've used good products, and I've exercised a lot, and anyway.
And is there anything in particular you hope to get out of this talk?
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I turned 65 this year, so you know, I'm just like Harvey said, we begin to feel drier, and things start changing a lot. But
right.
I will say that I have very strong spirit, very strong faith, and so I just feel like I don't know what dosha is, but I feel like I probably got it.
Nice.
So anyway, I look forward to learning.
Excellent. Well, welcome. And you look fabulous, by the way. And that strong spirit, that strong faith will always keep you young.
Thank you.
Hi. You said Jasmine, right?
Jasmine. I'm just a local supporter, but I'm really interested in skincare, especially looking at it from the perspective of different.
It's a little hard to hear you, Jasmine.
So I'm just interested in looking at anything skincare. I'm really big into diversity and skin lines that the skincare that could be used to natural color. So that's really difficult to find, especially in the, skincare line, drugstore or wherever you go.
Mm-hmm.
So they have a lot of good colors.
Well, welcome. And yeah, the one of the key ingredients in our line definitely addresses pigmentation in the skin. So I think you'll really appreciate that. We'll be going over that. Welcome. By the way, Shaffali, my name means jasmine. So just. Hello.
Melissa.
Hi.
And it is, I came here, I came with Harvey actually, just trying to get into a better skin routine, trying to transfer everything that I'm using to more natural based things, slowly but surely, weeding out a lot of the harsher products that I've used, skincare and body wise in general. So.
So it seems like you're just becoming more conscious of like a cleaner lifestyle and like including for your face and body care.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay, awesome.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Ezra.
Hi, Ezra.
I'm also trying to come up with a skin routine. So what I do is I tend to over exfoliate. Am I saying that right?
Okay.
My skin. So like around this area, it's always dry.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to like use raw shea butter and stuff, but it doesn't really work for my skin. Again, I know everybody has like a different skin type. I'm trying to find what works for me. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll definitely address that. We have ingredients that are adaptogenic, which means they can go into your skin and realize like what you need and they'll address that. So like it's not like some of our ingredients are just drying. If you've got dry skin, they're not going to dry your skin out. So I think you'll appreciate that. And I grew up with two brothers and they were my guinea pigs for this skincare line throughout most of my childhood. So it's definitely a line for men, women, anyone in between. Like it's, yeah, so I think you'll really appreciate that.
Well, thank you.
Okay, we've got one more Shaffali. This is a team field member, Brittany, and she's a big fan.
Yeah, I'm very excited.
Hi, Brittany. What's your favorite product? I put you on the spot because I was told you were a big fan, so.
I love the Aura Mist. I use the moisturizer, well, the sandalwood geranium.
Nice.
I love the mango scrub. Big difference. I've just been using that for a couple of weeks, and especially in the winter time, like my arms were feeling kind of rough, and
yeah,
like immediately after the first use, like my skin has felt like really supple.
Oh, good.
Not dry at all. Like it's nice to get out of the shower and not feel like immediately like itchy or like put on a lot of lotion. Like it really moisturizes my skin as well as exfoliates.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, for the winter, it's very nice. Go ahead.
The turmeric cleanser, the
yeah.
I love that. I've been using that for a couple months and I've seen a big difference.
Beautiful.
On the spot. But so I recently turned 30.
Congratulations.
Daughter. So especially this past year, it's like when my hormones, from going from being pregnant to breastfeeding, it's almost like I have like teenage skin again, and it's like pimples, and also I'm 30, so I feel like my skin's like drying out and kind of like wrinkles. So it's been really nice like using your products and seeing like just using like the cleanser. I've gotten away from having to buy like a Neutrogena like acne facial wash that like really dried out my skin. And that's like your cleansers like really helped get those like breakouts under control. And I guess also going into having a daughter, it's like I've kind of looked at my beauty routine like totally different because like I want to teach her good practices, and it's not about just like painting your face, but really loving the skin that you're in and like feeling beautiful on the inside.
Right.
So I really want to put those into that to her. And I just love like the mantras on your products. And I mean, I usually get like maybe 10 minutes a day to myself. So it's nice when I'm doing my routine and the aromatherapy, and like that's my time to like recenter myself. And
Yeah.
Going all day, yeah.
Yeah, no, I love it. But so many of the things you mentioned are exactly why I created this line. That philosophy of self-care, having a clean brand, just being so much more than about the skin, for the soul, all of it, and it just makes me so happy to know that you're like able to appreciate those things, because it is what is going to differentiate this line versus others. And for many of you, you mentioned, just looking for more information on like good skincare and a good routine. Well, you've definitely come to the right place, because I've seen a lot out there. I've been in the industry a long time, and I'm really bringing in a little bit of deeper care for your spirit as well. So you might have come here thinking just about your skin, but you're going to walk away with like your spirit floating and glowing skin. So I hope you guys enjoy that. So we're going to begin with understanding what your specific Ayurvedic type is. And what that's called is a dosha. And doshas are basically made up of different earth elements. So basically, we're all unique and different in the way that we are made physically, but also emotionally, right? Some people are highly emotional, myself included, and others are very grounded. So emotionally and then mentally too. Some people are really quick thinkers, and others like really like to take their time. So there's differences in physicality. Some people are naturally, small framed, small bones, thin, and others are the opposite. And all of these in Ayurveda, basically it's said that it's because of the different earth elements that are dominant in you. Before I actually get into that, does anybody need clarification on what Ayurveda is? I don't want anybody to feel lost of like, wait a minute, we're getting into Ayurvedic types, but I don't even know what Ayurveda is. Any questions? Anybody? Charlene, it's hard to hear you, but do you want me to explain?
Yes.
Just
Briefly?
yeah.
Okay, so briefly, Ayurveda is the holistic system of health that originated in India about 5,000 years ago. And some of the differences between Eastern and Western medicine is that Eastern medicine is looking at your health as preventative care, meaning let's not look at you once you're sick and then try to figure out what to do. It's saying, let's look at your mind, your body, your soul, your skin, and do everything we can to optimize your health so that you always maintain this beautiful balance so that you don't get sick. That's part of Ayurveda. It's quite vast, and I could do a whole class on Ayurveda, but just for the purpose of today's workshop, it should be enough to know that it's a system of health that originated a long time ago. Plant medicine is a part of it. Mindfulness, meditation, yoga is a part of Ayurveda. Beautiful herbs and spices that we use in Shaffali Skincare are part of Ayurveda. Again, so much, but that does that answer your question for now? Yeah. Okay, you're welcome. It's so cool that I can see you guys as if I'm sitting at the table with you. Like I'm at my table, you guys are at your table, but we're all together. Okay, so the doshas. I am going to ask a series of a few questions with options A, B, or C. And basically, I'm giving you guys a little quiz to understand. I want you to understand what your dosha is so that as we get into how to optimize your self-care, especially with Shaffali Skincare, like in your skincare routine, you can know what to pay attention. So yeah, you guys might want to grab something to write down your answers, or you can type them into your phone, whatever is easy for you. Take a moment to do that. And when everybody's ready, just let me know. Yeah, like the Post-its would work fine. And Brittany, how old is your daughter?
10 months.
10 months. I'm actually currently 8 months pregnant.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's like from here up, maybe you can't tell, but oh, there's a huge baby right here with me in my belly. Thank you. Okay, is everyone ready? Okay, awesome. So this quiz is specific to skin, though there are Ayurvedic quizzes out there that might ask you more about things like your habits or your body type. I'm going to focus on skin for this one. So the first question is, if you were to pick between A, B, and C, what does your skin tend to do? A, have dryness, B, have sensitivity, or C, have oiliness. And I know it might be hard. You might be like, oh, I have a little bit of each of them. Just choose the one that you have more often. A was dryness, B was sensitivity, C was oiliness. Okay, so we're still talking about what the skin tends towards. This is the series of the first few questions involve this. So I'll just give you A, B, and C. A is fine pores, so your skin tends to have fine pores. B is larger pores in the T-zone, so the area that includes the nose and the cheeks. Larger pores in the T-zone, B. C is large pores, so that could be anywhere, just pores that are visible. Like if you look in the mirror, you see your pores. Please let me know if anybody needs me to repeat anything. Otherwise, I'll move on to the next question. Okay, next question is, normally my skin tends to have, and now we're talking about colors in the skin, the undertones. A bluish undertone, like if you were to use foundation, which I do not encourage, but if you do, you have like a bluish undertone. B is a pink undertone, and C is a yellowish undertone. What's the question?
I wasn't sure about mine, but Jennifer said I have pink undertone.
Yeah, I was going to say the same. I can see it on the screen. A. All right. Don't mind the funky lighting, guys. Here, I'll just turn the computer so you can see the sunset outside. Okay. That's what's causing this, the lighting. Okay. So when problematic, your skin tends to, so this is when your skin is acting up. When your skin is acting up, do you tend to have A, dry, flaky, and scaly patches, B, have rashes and inflammation, or C, have excessive oiliness? So it's similar to question 1. So A, dry, flaky, or scaly patches, B, rashes or inflammation, and then C, excessive oiliness. Okay, you guys ready for the next? Okay. So when problematic, your skin tends to have A, cracked heels or hands, B, burning sensations or sunburn. Again, this is when your skin is acting up. Or B, itching or hives. So what would you tend towards? What would be most common for you? Cracked heels, burning sensations or sunburn, or itchiness and hives? So A, B, or C. Next. So is everybody on their 6th answer now? Like what?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So just 4 more to go. Let's see here. When problematic between A, B, and C, what would you choose? A is premature wrinkles. That's what occurs in your skin. B would be excessive sweating or odor. And then C would be puffiness. Again, it's like if you had to choose between the 3, what do you tend towards? What's the question? A is premature wrinkles.
You don't have sagging as one of those choices.
Maybe we'll get there. I would say if that sagging is what's occurring, that would be premature wrinkles. Okay, next question. Again, we're still talking about problematic. When your skin is acting up, do you tend towards A, dark circles, B, moles and freckles, C, fluid retention, like you feel puffy? All right, next. We're still on when the skin is acting up. A, you experience dandruff, like on the scalp. B, you experience broken capillaries, often visible at the sides of the nose, like the little fine red lines. Or a ruddiness. So say you don't have the capillaries, but you just get like, it looks almost like you've got like just a sunburn on the cheeks. That's B. And then C would be deep scarring or creases. Even though I love the sun. Oh, that's not going to work. All right, so next question. A. Okay, so again, we're talking about problematic skin. And selection A is having eczema, dry eczema. So if you experience that, that's A. B is rosacea, and C is acne. And then the last question to determine your dosha is when your skin is acting up, do you experience, which of the following do you experience? A is problems in your forehead region. B is problems around your nose and cheeks. And C is problems around your mouth, chin, and neck. So once you've answered that question, go ahead and add up how many A's you had, how many B's you had, and how many C's you had. And let's back the computer up that I'm on so I can see everybody, because I'm going to kind of look at, through a show of hands, which Ayurvedic type you are. So who here in the room, thank you, Jennifer, so helpful. Who here in the room had mostly A's? Anyone? Okay, so we have Charlene and Jasmine, right? Okay, got it. And I'll tell you in a moment what that means. Who here in the room had mostly B's? Okay, so Jennifer, Brittany, and Ezra, right? Okay, great. I'm writing down your Ayurvedic types as we speak. And let's see here. And who here, I'm assuming it's Melissa and Harvey, but just confirm that you guys had mostly C's. Is that correct? Okay, great. So, what? Go ahead. Did somebody say something?
Alyssa with an A.
Oh, Alyssa. I'm sorry. Thank you for that. It's like we do have some glitches in technology sometimes. Okay, let's see here. Okay. for those of you who got mostly A's, that means you're Vata. And what does Vata mean? Like, oh, okay, so first of all, there's 3 Ayurvedic types: Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Now, at first it's like, whoa, she just gave me 3 words that I've never heard of. Well, I just want you to think of it like when somebody is getting their skin type assessed, you might have options like, oh, okay, your skin is dry, oily, or sensitive, right? So Vata, Pitta, Kapha are like 3 types, but I'm going to get into exactly what that means in just a moment. So right now, what I want you to be aware of, especially Charlene and Jasmine, are that, and anybody who maybe got a high amount of A's, even though A's weren't your highest, because that means you have some Vata in you. You basically, all of these balances, we have a little bit of each in us, but one is dominant, and we're talking about your dominant dosha. So Vata is basically made up of the earth elements, space and air. You can think very light. This is why you have a tendency towards dryness in your skin. This is why there's a tendency towards that kind of premature wrinkling, the creasing. There's so many reasons connected to this, like space and air, and you might also experience thin skin. And as we go into the perfect like skincare regimen for you, you're going to be paying attention to lots of nourishment and hydration and giving back to your skin versus taking away from your skin. So there's some products that are meant to really help remove excess pollutants, excess dirt, excess oil. In your case, you're going to be kind of slathering yourselves with those products that are giving back to your skin, that are hydrating, nourishing, giving back. So that's something you want to pay attention to. So for those of you who scored high with the B's, you are Pitta, and Pitta is the balance of the earth elements. Pitta is made up of fire and earth. So basically, Pittas tend to be very like quick thinkers and have a quick metabolism. And when it comes to their skin, they tend to have combination skin, which can easily flare up, because in Pitta, if you think about it, if you've got the earth element fire, then you have a tendency towards kind of flare ups and maybe even heartburn, something I'm definitely experiencing in pregnancy right now. So, just Pitta has like a lot of heat, basically. So when you think about your skincare routine, you want to think about what are the things that are soothing for the skin, for Pitta. And again, as we go through the skincare routine, I'll be addressing special things for each of you guys. So in the next balance, the people who scored mostly C's, you are Kapha. And Kapha is spelled C-A-P-H-A. Like I know, phonetically you might want to write F, but it's with a P-H. So Kapha is made up of the elements water and earth. So extremely grounded. Kapha people tend to be kind of more solid builds, like large builds, because they're very rooted, grounded, loyal. And when it comes to skin, their skin tends to be very kind of, there's a word that I want to come up with it that basically is like oily and cold. Like those are like some of the words that come to the skin. Ezra, you seem to be thinking on that one. I saw that look. No? Okay. So basically for Kapha, it's like, very kind of cold and oily. So you want to think of taking away excess oil with Kapha. So Vata, I basically want to just summarize now. Vata, again, that's Charlene, Jasmine. You have dry skin. You might also have a restless nature. What do you guys think?
Charlene is definitely restless, I can attest.
And you also want to watch out for, and Vata wants to watch out for this season, winter, because if you've already got drier, thinner skin, then you want to be careful of when the cold wind hits your face. You are definitely want to be moisturizing much more right now. And with the right exfoliation, that would be more effective. Vata skin tends to age faster. It tends to be dry, rough, flaky. However, if you are really paying attention to that nourishment that Vata needs, this is where you can elongate that beauty and glow of the skin. So that's the summary of Vata. Pittas. You have sensitive skin and a passionate nature. If Pitta is predominant, your skin is sensitive, soft, warm, medium thickness. It's less tolerant to hot foods, like you might turn red when you eat them. And when you're out of balance, your skin can flare up in rashes, rosacea, acne, or spots. It's like eruptions, basically. Like that fire within that pittas have kind of comes out through the skin. And all of these elements, when we start to balance our skin, we're actually balancing ourselves, because if you're doing things in your skincare, like for example, as a pitta, to soothe yourself, then you're actually doing things to really bring yourself to a balance. And that's really something that is going to be interesting about Shaffali Skincare as we go through the skincare products and the routine, on how this is affecting your whole life, not just your skin. If that makes sense. Alyssa, you with me? I like when I'm seeing people's faces like go into thinking mode, the eyes go up and they're thinking, and unless it's a daydream, I'm not sure. So with Kapha, basically you have oily skin and a calm nature. With Kapha, like I mentioned, it's oily, cold, heavy, soft, slow, dense, dull. These are all things that are very like earthy, right? Like, and basically it has like a natural lubrication of its own, meaning sometimes the season of summer could really exacerbate Kapha's skin. Summer can actually exacerbate Pitta too, because Pitta is heat. So summer heat doesn't work well. And then for Kapha, especially if it gets humid, that can really be bothersome for Kapha skin that already has like so much in it. And that's why this like deep kind of groundedness that Kapha experiences kind of more cystic acne than just like an eruption that Pitta skin would have. So based on this kind of section of the workshop, does everybody get a good understanding of what is their Ayurvedic type? And also, what does that mean in regards to where your skin can really get imbalanced easily? Is everyone with me? Yeah? Okay, yeah, the nodding helps. What is it?
What are you?
I'm Pitta. So I have to keep myself in check, but like all these years of practice of self-care and skincare, it really does pay off. Like, I keep eruptions at bay like you won't believe, but at those times when I do get imbalanced, my skin starts to talk to me and it gives me little hints of like, hey, there's something going on. And it doesn't always have to be about how you're taking care of your skin. It could be about overall what's going on. What kind of things are you eating? Are you eating things that are exacerbating your balance? Yeah, so that's that. So speaking of foods, let's see here. I had a little list that I wanted to just share with you. Basically, the foods that you want to think about, and I'm just going to give you themes because, again, we could do a whole class in depth on these things, but for you to understand the gist or the theme of the things you should eat will really help to just bring just a little bit of awareness in the choices that you make when it comes to eating. So when it comes to like Vata, for example, because there's a lightness and an airiness with Vata, you want to think about very grounding foods and earthy foods such as root vegetables, But you also want to think about routine, such as eating at the same time of day each day, because routine creates a groundedness too. So again, Vata energy is basically air, right? So it's very kind of light. And the things that you can do to bring some weight down into it will help balance it, basically. So that's Vata. For Pitta, you want to avoid spicy foods. You want to avoid excessively hot foods. Vata, on the other hand, one thing I forgot to mention is for Vata, you can eat warm foods. That's good for you. With Pitta, you don't have to. You can eat cold foods. Like, it's okay because, again, there's a lot of heat in the body. So you want to avoid foods that are going to trigger heartburn, for example, such as spicy foods, such as oily foods and things. And just being aware that as a Pitta, you have a faster metabolism. So just being aware of kind of making sure you don't overexert yourself and not eat at the right time. And the right time means before you're actually like starving, just eating so that you keep your fuel level up. Because as with somebody with who has a high metabolism, you kind of want to keep your fuel always fueled. Sometimes, when you can't find a word and you're like tired of the sentence and you've overused a word. Fuel was that word. Okay. But you guys get what I'm saying, right? Okay. And now with Kapha, you actually want to think about eating only when needed, because Kapha has a slower metabolism, and you want to be mindful of eating things that also can help your metabolism. So meaning some of the things that I said a person who is Pitta shouldn't have, such as spicy foods, are okay for someone who is more grounded and kind of slower or bigger, because those things will invigorate you. The theme of balancing Kapha is invigoration. So you want to think about that, whether it's self-care or eating. With Pitta, it's about soothing. So, that fire, like, again, you want to kind of soothe fire. And with Vata, this one's great, relaxation. So it's like, that's what's going to help kind of bring a Vata to balance. So now, keeping in mind this information about your dosha, about the earth elements that make up who you are, the dominant part of who you are. We're made up of all the earth elements, but we have certain ones that are more dominant in us that show up in, things like how our skin behaves. Knowing all of these things, we're going to get into the perfect skincare routine. And I'm going to kind of just go into it through, with a little bit of laser focus, because Jennifer, how are we doing on time? How about you tell me how much time I have to go over the skincare, and I'll make sure to do it in that time.
We've got about 20 minutes, Shaffali.
Okay, great. So when we think about self-care, as I talked about these words, whether it's relaxation for Vata, soothing for Pitta, or invigoration for Kapha, basically those things you can bring into your skincare routine by creating a ritual. So are we losing somebody?
We're losing Jasmine.
Bye, Jasmine.
She was on call, so.
No problem, no problem. Well, hopefully somebody can convey her, or this is being recorded too, so she can learn about the skincare as well after. Because this is the fun part. We're about to open all those products up that are in front of you. We're going to play now and get very interactive, and you're going to learn how each of these products can actually help you, because Shaffali Skincare is actually tridoshic. What does that mean? Well, it's made for all skin types. However, the use of the product differs depending on your dosha. So that's what makes it interesting, so that basically everybody sitting here with all your different dominant doshas can all use the same products, but you're going to just pay attention to the frequency of use, and perhaps also the manner in which you're applying them, because we're going to have that recurring theme of relaxation for Vata, soothing for Pitta, and invigoration for Kapha. So first step in a beautiful skincare, self-care routine is to cleanse the skin. So this product here, which is in front of you guys, it's the lavender and turmeric cleanser. Yeah, you can go ahead and open the product so that you can all smell it. And if you want, if you were to pour a little bit in your hand, you'll see that it's like a golden yellow color. This aromatherapy of this product is lavender and geranium, which is meant to uplift you and also relax you. Now, so upliftment is amazing for those of you who are Kapha, relaxation, amazing for those of you who are Vata, but also even Pitta. You kind of want that soothing. Now, this product is amazing because it has turmeric in it, which is anti-inflammatory. Turmeric is amazing for balancing hyperpigmentation or hypopigmentation in the skin. So for those of you, people of color, it's amazing for any tendencies you have in that area. But again, turmeric is also naturally anti-inflammatory. And this product is also known as our purification ritual. So meaning like this is the first step in taking the time to take care of yourself. So when you use this cleanser, our mantra, Brittany, do you know the mantra? It's okay. That's why it's on the packaging. Am pure. So it's I am pure if you haven't seen it yet. And just to give you guys a sneak peek, like just because this has come up, for the spring, we're going to be launching new packaging, and on the new packaging, I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek. We haven't even debuted this packaging. It's debuting in 2 weeks at a trade show. But the new package, this is the same product that you're looking at, but look what we did with the mantra on the back. So you can't miss it. So you don't have to search for it. So that's there on purpose because we also have these beautiful boxes that go along with the products. The ones that are launching in the spring, the same formulas as what's in front of you. But the boxes allowed us to keep this really clean and focus on the mantras. So basically, you take this product and as you're massaging your face in circular motions, upward and out, yeah, exactly. Nice, Ezra. And it's like, as you do that, you basically want to repeat the mantra, I am pure. And for all skin types, this product is basically the frequency of use is okay daily as needed. Like it's a simple one. Some of the other products get very much more specific on use. But this one, everybody needs to start with a foundation of purified skin. And when you breathe in the lavender and geranium of this product, this is the time that you're telling yourself that you're taking the time to truly create time and space for your self-care. Now, I'm not talking about needing to do this with every product every day. What I'm referring to is a weekly ritual where you take the time to use each product, which I'll go over, to create a full facial at home where it's like you've brought the spa home. Like that's what you're doing. And then on a daily basis for maintenance, we'll go over that for each of your types, but basically you only need to use a couple products daily to have that maintenance happen. And then weekly, you're doing your full ritual. So we've purified the skin. And then next is our detoxification. So detoxification is going to occur with our pineapple and peppermint exfoliant. If you guys want to, again, go ahead and open that up. Take a deep breath. This one is definitely nice to feel the texture of because of the jojoba beads in it. And so now this product is really great for taking away dead surface skin cells on the skin, meaning like it could be dry or flaky skin. So for you Vatas who tend to have dry skin, you might think, oh, I want to stay away from an exfoliator because I've got dry and thin skin. It's too delicate for exfoliation. But this exfoliator, when you use it in a way that is perhaps a couple times a week in a very gentle manner, you actually help your skin by taking away the excess dryness, the dead surface skin cells that are sitting on your skin, to rejuvenate your skin so that the skin underneath can actually really absorb the hydration. Does that make sense? Like for somebody with Vata skin. Now, yeah, go ahead.
We watch Ezra pile on the exfoliant, that more men than women buy this product.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, the dry skin, yeah.
That, but also men actually tend to have oily skin as well. So Pitta, what I was getting to next, when you kind of have that eruptive skin, it's really great. This product is really great to be able to use daily if you're a Pitta. So meaning if you've got like that skin that tends to erupt, you can use this every day, just gently. And then in your weekly routine, so for all of you, when you're doing your weekly routine, you want to actually massage this product into the skin first to really feel the beads taking away the dead surface skin. Then slowly this product is going to turn white and get a little bit hard to move. And that's your cue to leave the product on your skin to let the fruit enzymes, which are also in this product, the fruit enzymes are papaya and pineapple. They're going to eat away at the dead surface skin cells. So that provides a whole other layer of exfoliation. And this is really helpful. Say you do have an eruption, say you are Pitta and you have like open acne. Well, you don't necessarily want to scrub or massage over open acne, but you can put this product on like a mask and let the fruit enzymes only do the exfoliation rather than the scrubbing beads. So yeah, this product is amazing for a lot of men tend to be Pitta or tend to have that eruptive skin, or even like the oil as in Kapha. So going on to Kapha, actually, Kapha and Pitta use this product very similarly because Kapha naturally has oily skin. So but they have thicker skin than Pitta. And I definitely recommend daily use of the product because it's basically like it's a much deeper version of the cleanser. The cleanser is beautiful for purification and for removing surface pollutants. But then the exfoliation is going to go much deeper in, again, removing dead surface skin cells. And it's going to help to avoid future breakouts because you're keeping your skin breathing really beautifully, especially the peppermint and the rosemary in the product, which are all, of course, essential oils, are really invigorating, really beautiful in kind of waking up the skin. So that's also why it's good for Kapha in doing that as well. So does anybody have any questions on the use of this product? Or Jennifer, does anybody have booklets? So do you have these booklets with you at the shop?
I don't have them out, but I forgot to get them out, but I can do that, Shaffali.
Yeah, no problem. It's more just so you guys, like one thing I'm not necessarily going into detail about is for every product, we have some really great key ingredients that I could just go on and on about. But with these booklets that Jennifer's going to pass out, you'll have that information. And what I'm providing is information that isn't available in our booklets, like you know how to use the product and how to massage it and how often to use it for your skin type. So that way you'll kind of have the complete information on the products.
You'll have to send me some more.
Definitely. Absolutely no problem. So we can send you some more if you know how many you would like. Now you can tell me, otherwise we'll just send you a bunch.
Yeah, I put them on the counter, and when people buy it, I give them a.
Okay.
So they go quickly.
Yeah, I can. That's no problem. So basically, the next step in your optimal skincare routine is doing a mask. So there's a purpose for every product. Don't get too distracted by the books. I promise you, you can use them for reference. Yeah, I know, Ezra. We went from you immersing yourself into the products to immersing yourself into the book. I see whatever's in front of you, you like to play with. So just I promise you those books will be useful afterwards as well. And just knowing that right now, as we think about the earth mask, basically the purpose of the mask is to provide renewal in the skin. And what that means is this particular mask goes into the skin first because of the blend of clays in it. It can like suck out impurities from your skin. That's what clay can do. But at the same time, it's putting back in rich nutrients and minerals into the skin through the turmeric, through the sandalwood, through the neem. These are some of the key Ayurvedic herbs and spices that we use throughout Shaffali Skincare. They're being put back into your skin, which is like this beautiful exchange. And once you've done the other steps of cleansing and exfoliating the skin, your skin is really ready to do this exchange of getting rid of impurities and putting back in rich nutrients and minerals, which are just going to make your skin glow. So this one, this product in particular is very good for Pitta skin because Pitta tends to have eruptions. Masks can really, especially the blend of clays, can go in deeply into the skin after you've already exfoliated and take away the excessive oils in the irritable kind of areas in the skin and kind of soothe them and take away the excess oil before it turns into anything. So it's great for Pitta, but it's also, again, great. So Pitta, you can actually use this as a spot treatment. Like if you do get an eruption, you don't have to put it all over your face, but everyone else, definitely, at least for Vata, for Kapha, you want to use this at least once a week, if not more. You'll start seeing a big difference when you use it once a week. Like especially during your whole routine that you're creating, that you're doing. But it really is amazing to do about 2 or 3 times a week. It's gentle enough to do 2 or 3 times a week. Vata, you might feel a little bit of a burn with this mask because we have sage in it. And sage is an essential oil that is very powerful and potent. There's different types of burns. Some burns are where a chemical or an ingredient is actually burning your skin. That's not happening in this mask. Other burns are where there's sensations, burning sensations, not actual burns. Other burning sensations are ones in which the blood circulation is being invigorated in the skin. And that's what's happening when you put this mask on. There's more blood flowing to the skin. And do you know what more blood flow does? It makes you glow. It's like, it's a natural blush. It's a natural glow. It's healthy. It's like when we're exercising, what do? We get our blood flowing. So the mask can do that too, which is really cool. So that is that with the earth mask. So the next step in a beautiful facial routine is to really tone the skin. Now, sometimes toners are put in skincare lines because the different skincare products that you're using are throwing off the pH or acidity and alkaline level in the skin. Well, each product in Shaffali Skincare is pH balanced on its own. So the purpose of our toner isn't to restore your pH balance because we never threw it out of balance. It's way cooler than that. We have gemstones in our toner. And this is where like the esoteric or the spiritual aspect of the line is really coming through, in that we're energizing the formula, which has a base of witch hazel and rose water and a really, really beautiful blend of many essential oils, primarily that come from trees and flowers. So that's why it's like a forest, basically. You're taking in the energy of a forest by spraying this onto your skin, which is amplifying your skin. So this isn't like just to help your skin come back to some sort of balance. This is to really kind of elevate the energy and the energy of your skin, you could say, but it is actually like toning the skin as well. So basically after you've done a mask, you just want to kind of bring this beautiful finishing touch to tighten the skin, you could say, by using this product. And this product, you don't have to do it just on your face. You can do it in the space that's around you, to kind of, for those of you who know what an aura is or are into like auras, it can clear your aura so you can amplify your aura, which basically just means the energy that surrounds you. So it goes far beyond the skin. So that is the next step in your facial ritual. And this product, all types can use as much as needed. Pitta and might tend to use it a little bit more to cool down. Kapha might use this product to invigorate, while Vata uses it to relax. So it's totally multi-purpose. This is where you can actually use the knowledge of your dosha to make using each of these skincare products like totally your experience, because you know whether you need that relaxation, that soothing element, or the invigoration. So you kind of just think about that when you're spraying. And then to complete the Shaffali facial ritual, you take our neem and neroli face moisturizer. Now this is absolutely heavenly, because for me, the two key ingredients, neem and neroli, are like one of the top ingredients in Ayurveda, which is neem. Neem is a tree that is common in Southeast Asia, and the extract that we use is basically extremely hydrating, but at the same time, it keeps the skin very clear. So oftentimes you have ingredients that can go into your skin and either clear the skin, but they kind of dry it out too, or they go in and they hydrate the skin, but then they kind of clog it up at the same time. So it's a very intelligent ingredient, neem. I think it's going to be one of those kind of buzz ingredients in the next couple of years, sort of like turmeric was when I first launched the line and nobody really was using turmeric in skincare, and now it's common. I think neem is going to become more and more common. It's a really beautiful ingredient that's full of essential fatty acids and vitamin E. So that's very special about this product. And then the other key ingredient, which is neroli, that to me is one of the most beautiful essential oils, partly because of just how precious it is. It takes 1,000 pounds of these little white flower petals to make 1 pound of the essential oil. And then we just put a few drops in each of the face moisturizers. So that smell that you're smelling is the essence of thousands of pounds of flower petals. And it feels like that. You feel like royalty when you put the product on, because it's a very precious scent. It's nature's perfume, basically. And, you know, it's not a very common ingredient to use for its scent, because it is so expensive. You know, it takes a lot to get the oil, but I do believe that the benefits of it, which is it stimulates your skin at a cellular level, are just so beautiful, on top of the scent being so nice. So it's like, why not put such indulgent ingredients into your moisturizer? Because this is the product that we're keeping on the skin. So like, absorb that. This moisturizer is thick and rich. You can probably feel, if you haven't already felt the texture of it, it is rich. Now, that doesn't mean that, say, for Pitta and Kapha, you already have oil in your skin, and it might feel like, oh, well, I don't want to put a thick and rich moisturizer on my skin because of that. Well, you actually do want to hydrate your skin. You just put it on in thin layers, but you do hydrate your skin, because then the skin doesn't think, oh, let's produce more oil, because it's being kind of satiated. For Vata, you definitely want to enjoy this product. This is like your key product that you need, especially with the exfoliator, I would say, you know, because you want to take away the dry skin and then you want to hydrate. So for Vata, this moisturizer, you could put on layer by layer, but I would say you might even want like 3 layers of this moisturizer on. You put thin layers on, so meaning you take 1 or 2 pumps into your hands, you kind of spread it out onto your fingers, and then put a layer on. See how that feels. Oftentimes for Vata, your skin is going to drink up that first layer right away. So then you put another layer on and you start to see, okay, it's like, you know, kind of staying, and then maybe another layer. You become, when you start taking care of yourself in any form, whether it's your skincare or your eating or your exercise, you start to pay much more attention to what works for you. You know, you start to get used to what works for you. So this is the same with your skin. I've thrown a lot of information at you, but just know that the gist is you're aware of your balance. You know that there's certain steps in the skincare that make sense, that are designed to help you with your skin's balance. And over time, as you start using it, you're going to say, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense to use this product more often, or use this product, you know, just in small amounts. Well, this one I should use more of. And as you practice repeating your mantras, so mantras are basically, you know, things that we repeat in our mind. In with Shaffali Skincare, we have phrases. So when you repeat those mantras, you're reinforcing your self-care too. Like, our cleanser is I am pure, as you now remember, Brittany. Our exfoliant is I am detoxified. And this is what's happening to your skin, but it's also what's happening to your spirit if you're saying that to yourself, right? Meaning maybe you're letting go of toxic thoughts too at the same time that you're exfoliating. This is where Shaffali Skincare becomes just a little bit more magical. I mean, what skincare lines are talking about letting go of toxic thoughts, like while you're using the product? With the mask, the phrase is I am renewed. So maybe you feel like a kind of a bigger sense of self and confidence and groundedness. And these phrases are not just kind of pulled from the air. They actually relate to the effect of the essential oils that are in each of the products. So different oils, different scents bring on different effects in the mind as well. For the face moisturizer, it is I am replenished. So, you know, just feeling that sense of replenishment. And for the mist, which I just skipped, is like the I am amplified. Remember, it's like kind of creating that big amplification. Now, I didn't touch upon the body products, but these are for everybody. The body products are basically like our mango and lavender body scrub, which has similar properties to the exfoliant in that it has the jojoba beads that you want to massage in circular motions towards your heart. But it also has the fruit enzymes of papaya and pineapple. So you could actually put a nice thick layer of this product on and kind of keep it on a little bit. Especially, Brittany, you were talking about using this product in the winter and loving it. I totally can relate. But even if you keep it on your like elbows and knees or wherever you have dry spots for just a little longer, you'll feel a deeper exfoliation. Now, I know it can be hard sometimes in a shower, right? So like maybe it's a bath or something. But it's amazing in the winter, and it really does make a difference. Like, especially if you're used to just using a body wash or something in your shower or bath, to do a scrub is like, talk about beautiful self-care, indulgent self-care, to take the time to give yourself a massage and then to come out of it with like this much softer skin, silky skin. It feels good, you know? And then we're doing this for ourselves. The self-care is for ourselves. When we feel good, then we can kind of spread that goodness to everybody around us. And to really complement scrubbing the skin, we have our body moisturizer, which is amazing because, again, after an exfoliation, whether on your face or body, your hydration will go much deeper. So another aspect of this body moisturizer in particular that's amazing is that it has hyaluronic acid in it, which increases your skin's ability to retain moisture. That means when you put a layer or two of this product on, a few hours later, you're not going to feel the need to moisturize again because it's still there hydrating your skin beautifully. So like really nourishing you. And that kind of, all of those 7 products complete the current range in Shaffali Skincare and the current kind of range of how to take the time to really take care of yourself. Does that kind of cover for you? Does that help you guys, especially the ones that were saying, oh, you want to learn about skincare routines? Like, oh, good, Ezra, thanks. I'm like already getting the head nodding of like, you know, just understanding what are steps that are good for skincare, but then specific to this skincare line, why are, you know, is this good for you? And also understanding your Ayurvedic type. Where are you coming from to know what you need just a bit more of? Do you guys feel like you got that? Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah.
Is it the same? Because I know people use doshas for like their diet and things like that. Is it the same?
Yes. Yes. Now, there's definitely quizzes that you could take that ask you more questions about things aside from your skin, your activity level, or your body type, or you know, anything like that. And you should be getting a similar answer though. So you could apply this knowledge to other aspects of your lifestyle too, for sure. We honed in right on skincare for dosha today, but yeah, you can use that knowledge for what to eat, what exercises are best for you, what time of day you should be doing your work, because basically different doshas have different times of day that their minds are active too. So there's lots of interesting things you can learn about now knowing your dosha. I'm here at your disposal for any questions you might have.
Thank you so much, Shaffali. You're beautiful, and we really appreciate the time today and the knowledge.
No problem. No problem. I'm so passionate about what I do, and I so appreciate that you're such an advocate for awareness, you know, in your shop of like people just understanding what are good things to do for your skin and beyond. So I'm happy to contribute.
Yes, yes. And now Brittany and I know a lot more about the products themselves, and we can relay that to our customers.
Yeah. Did you see, I don't know if you had gotten up when I showed a sample of the new packaging. Did you see it?
I did see it. I can't wait to get it in the store.
I know. So we're aiming, even though we're going to debut it to the public in 2 weeks, it will be ready to ship to our customers and our partners. Most likely by March, we'll keep you updated and send you all the information and stuff. But yeah.
It's on that, I know.
Yeah.
To Jenna, and we are recording this, and I'll make it available on my YouTube channel, and I'll give you a link to that.
Okay, that sounds great. So lovely to meet everyone. Take care. Thank you very much. All right. And may you all glow from the inside out.
Thanks, Shaffali. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye.